Hello everyone, welcome to any signature. Welcome to another online tutorial. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. To my old subscribers, thank you for checking in again. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this simple turban cap, and these are the material needed. You need your scuba. Here I'll be using a thick scuba. I have some beads to design it. Then I have scissors, needle and thread, then tape rule. So let's get started. For the band of the turban, I have this 4.5 inches by 24 inches. So from here to here is the 4.5, then from here to the other hand here is the 24 inches. And for the body of the turban, I have this 28 inches by 28 inches. So this is how we are going to be doing it. So I'm going to be starting from the end. This is the end, and I'm going to be measuring 1 inch. This 1 inch will serve as the sewing allowance when I want to join it with the band. So I'm going to measure and chalk 1 inch down, straight down. Also, I will do the same thing for the other hand. Then also, I'm going to also measure 1 inch this way. So this 1 inch will help me to join to the band. So I'm going to be measuring 1 inch, and I will extend the line to the end and then to the second hand. So I have my 1 inch marked out from here to here, 1 inch. So now I want to use 1.5 for my holding. So from this 1 inch, the first 1 inch, then I'll put my tape rule and measure 1.5 inches. So this is it. So that is the way I'll measure. Then I'll draw it from one end to the another end. So just this way, 1.5. So the gap between here and here is 1.5, while the gap between here and this first one is 1 inch. So the gap between here and here 1.5, then the next gap will also be 1.5, and then I'll make 1.5 gap all through to the end of it. So I will start. You can also use 1 inch as a gap instead of 1.5 inches if you want a tiny. The next thing I'll be doing is, remember from here to here, let me show us plainly. So remember from here to here is 1 inch that you left. So you are going to be picking from here to here, second inch. Then to know the perfect place to pick, you can measure 2.5, you can measure 3 inches, you can even use up to 4 inches for your spacing. Any inches you like to use, and you can also do it randomly that you won't measure. So I'm going to be picking from here, from this 1 inch line. This is the second line, which is 1.5. So I'm going to be picking them this way. Now the line is here, there's another line here, so I'm going to be tacking them down. So at this point, you can decide to pass your bead, but I won't be passing mine now, and you can finish up before you pass your bead. So I'm going to be cutting it. Then having picked that, I will also pick here. So I try to do the random picking method. I'm not going to be measuring, I will just be picking randomly. If I finish and I feel like the spacing is too much, I can as well tack in between again. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is the way I'm going to be picking. Then I will tack, pick and tack. I'll just follow the lines that I've made earlier and tack it together. So I'll still go again. Remember, there is 1 inch spacing so that you will not do up to this extent. That is why I say you should have your 1 inch spacing by the 2 edges. So this is where my 1 inch line is. So I'm not going to reach there no matter what I'm doing. So I'll go in here. So they see a bit of gap between my 1 inch, that way. So I'm done for this first line, and I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackings for the first line. So that's for the first line, as you can see. Now I'm going to go over to the second line. I have my 1 inch here, then the next line, sorry, I have my 1.5 inch line here, and I have my 1.5 inch line here also. So I'm going to start again by picking them this way. Then I will tack just the same way I have done it. So I have my 1.5 inch here, I have my 1.5 inch here. I'm going to be picking, and this will be the third line. If you are counting the line, the first line is for the 1 inch, the second line, so the first line is for the 1 inch, the second line is 1.5 gap between them, the third line is 1.5 gap, the fourth line is 1.5 gap. So this is the third and the fourth line that I'm picking. So I'll pick again and go just the way you did the first round, and I'll pick and then I'll tack. I'm going again. Guys, if you like this video, I have more content for you, so kindly subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Also comment down below so that I can be encouraged to do more video. Like this video, share to your friends. So here I've done the second line, and you can see this taking the shape already. So let me count the number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have about 5 tackings here too. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go offline to finish the rest. But while doing this, remember, you have to leave 1 inch gap here. Don't start here. This is your 1 inch. Leave 1 inch gap by the edge. So when you want to start, don't start immediately. Start after the 1 inch. Maybe you leave 2 inches. You can leave 3 inches. You can leave 1.5 after your 1 inch. Also, when you want to finish here, remember to always leave 1 inch gap so that it can help you while you are joining. So I have finished it, as you can see. Listen. So the next thing I'm going to be picking is the band, and before then I'm going to join these two and check for the midpoint. So I'm going to fold it into two this way and check for the midpoint like this. So I have my midpoint over here. I'm going to be notching it. So I have it this way, notched. Then I'm going to be picking this also. Fold the wrong side in, then the right side is outside. Then I'm going to be folding it into two so I can get the midpoint. And I have the midpoint to be like this. So I'm going to be notching. So I have notched this, I have notched this. I'm going to allow them to meet this way. So this is the right side. This is where we are going to be using for our right side, not this. See the wrong side this way. So this is the right side. So I'm going to go over and stitch from here down to the end here. Then I'll stitch from the midpoint to anywhere it exhausts the band here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be having some space left without the band. So I have joined the band with it, as you can see. So you can either put your bead one like one per pleat, you add the per plate, or you put it together, you join two of the pleats together and you tack your bead. So any way you decide to do it, you just need to fix your bead. If you are joining the two pleats together, as you can see, I'll pick two pleats, then I'm going to be joining it together, then I'll add pleats. At some point I did it like that, and at some point I also add the bead one. I've picked it here, can you see? Now I'll pick again. Yeah, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting it together like this. Fold it into two this way, then I'll sew from here to this point, then I'll extend down like this. Like I'm sewing from here like this, then when I get here, I'm going to extend my machine like this, then I'm going to be sewing just like this, and then I will also sew from this end to this end. So I'm sewing from here straight down, then from straight down I'm extending the machine here, then I'll sew straight down to this place, then from here I'll finish it up at this end. So I have it this way, and I'm going to be running a loose stitch from this end down to this end. So this is the final look. Can you see? I'm still going to be adding a few beads to it, so you can add as many beads as you want. I'm going to be closing all this with beads. So see you in the next tutorial.